Lee Matthews. He would have thought it amazing if 30 years ago when he started footy, as we have a look at a very...
No scorers yet. Early going Sunday footy from the Gabba. Good crowd. Alistair Lynch should kick it. And he comes, does kick it. First score of the afternoon.
Only 35 games.
I could just about do that.
Looks unusual.
Johnson in the white shoes.
Ooh.
Oh. When you're wearing white shoes, must do better than that. Puts it out of bounds on the full. A chance for the West Coast Eagles, just inside the 50. Chris Judd with the footy. Not beyond him here. Man on the mark about 10 metres in from the 50. Judd runs around on the 50. Fires. Good looking effort. Quality kick. Eagles lead. Sure about that to Gardner. Needs a while to settle. Goes to half forward. Johnson. Levitt's missed it behind. Judd arrived quickly. Sampi, quick hands away. That should be a goal. Jakovic, plenty of time. And what's he done? He's kicked it. Go cool.
Just the clean hands under pressure. Ankle height. Superb.
McGrath in the back pocket. Eagles lead it by 7. Sampi. That was very sense. He took the mark. I'm confused.
Well, they got their first goal from an errant kick from Brisbane, and it may well be they get their third from exactly the same.
Ashley Sampi gets the goal. No trouble at all.
Self-inflicted wounds at the moment.
Jones. Did he mark it? Yes, he did. Good grab.
A lot of room for Sampi now. They flood back the Brisbane Lions defenders.
Jones lays it off to Banfield, who runs to about 60 metres out from goal. Seems it long. Going back, Embley missed it. He was carried forward, was he, by the defender down there, Ashcroft. That's the call. And Embley will get the free kick about 5 metres out. What a good player he's become.
Yeah, Benny Gale asked me in Gary Lyons' footy show this morning about Andrew Embley. Have seen him several times this year. Once again, started up in the midfield, and he takes a midfield player with him. And when he pushes forward then from the wing, he's got that sort of midfielder winger type like Ashcroft, who is then required to be almost key backman size to go with him in the goal scorer.
Brisbane looking very ordinary at the moment. Embley comes in. The Eagles post their 4th goal. His first. To the margin, 19 points. The breeze not a factor. High bounce. Gardner has to wait. McLaren came over the top. Follows through. Down went Banfield. Carousella to Black. They need a goal. Black lines up, fires. Deadly accurate. Wonderful goal.
Well, great goal by Black.
Disposal errors in a row. But the one thing they did have was surge. They had power and they had running going forward.
And the other thing that Lee Matthews has done is moved Justin Lepage to the half-forward line.
Gardner hooked it down. Sampi somehow finished up with it to Judd. Going at his second here. You would like his chances. Chris Judd. He's a wonderful finisher. He's got 2 for the afternoon. Jones to Wooden inside the centre square. They're conceding some ground here, the Eagles. Cousins has it now. Kicks inside the 50. Down to 30 seconds. Up goes Haynes. Sampi came in hard. Knocks it wide. Fletcher on his left foot. That's a bonus. Lines up. Kicks the goal. Funny how things work out. A natural left footer, like a predator, just cruising past.
Yeah. I mean, that is a wonderful bonus, the fact that he wasn't the left footer swinging to the outside there. But yeah, they gave up some ground, didn't they? But I tell you what, they've got some numbers. Look how many Brisbane players are inside defensive 50. Now that's fine, but most of the corresponding West Coast Eagles numbers are inside the centre square. So that they're getting it, thrusting it in, and Jakovic is presenting for them.
Jakovic kicks inside the 50 then. Chick positions himself. Couldn't complete the mark. Maybe Copeland did. Brown's the goal. Copeland got a hand pass away. Jones cleverly. Still Jones. Dragged down. Got boot to ball. Sampi to Cousins. Put away the glasses. 1-5 to 2-5. And Brisbane in real trouble now. Tapped down by McLaren. Where would they be without Lappin and Black? Black goes inside the 50. And Lynch has taken the mark about 35 metres out. Black 15 possessions, Lappin 12. And here's Lynch. They need this one. Something of an understatement. He provides it. Alistair Lynch, the veteran. His second. Bounce favors the big man McDougall. Knocked it down. Well done. Hook inside the 50 there by Fletcher. Lippich was hurt in that exchange. Came up holding his hand. Jones, meantime, playing a good game to Cousins. His 10th possession. Gives it to him.
Watching the wrist again.
I think he might have had it punched.
Yeah. Definitely got a degree of discomfort there.
Andrew Embley should kick it. Does kick it. His second. They're meeting every challenge. McDougall missed it. Fletcher, very dangerous. Jones has got Jones. Should kick this. And if he does, alarm bells will sound for the Brisbane Lions. Jones in. Good kick. Goal.
They need his pace and his break open ability in the midfield now.
Kerr over his shoulder. Everything falling into place for the West Coast Eagles, who lead 60-24. Green inside the 50. Sampi launches himself from behind. Couldn't hang on. Judd arrives quickly. Lines up his third. Right over the goal umpire's hat.
Aspects of the National Footy League is that this year travelling sides are getting 50% less free kicks than the home state side. Work that out.
Run it up. Kerr down towards half forward. Atkins is in front. Over the top, McGrath. Overrunning Atkins. Picking up brilliantly. Judd has that. Goes with the outside of the boot. He can't work it back left to right far enough. Or can he?
I reckon he has.
He has. Oh, what a goal.
It is just pure pace that's killing them. I mean, that's clean hands off the deck. That's a God-given ability there, but they are just bursting them open with pace.
Well, I'm not sure what they're going to do to West Coast Eagles, but there's going to be a lot of talk about the future of Chris Judd, I think, over the next few months. I'm not sure, Dennis, if there's many minerals left up in the northwest.
But in the hills.
In the hills, but you better start selling a few of them hills to keep the boy. Because he is
Ackermanis knocked on around the outer side by Shattuck. Chopped off by Kerr. Appeared to drop the footy. Taken away by Ackermanis. Kicks inside the 50. Coming up. Lynch takes them out and he's
To try and match the West Coast Eagles here.
Alistair Lynch then. Should kick it. And he does. He's got 3.
middle of the ground. He's starting to get a few possessions.
Gardner down behind. Black hurriedly advanced it about 15 metres. Chance for Pike. Picked it up. Trying to go back to Black. Chopped off by Banfield. He breaks away. Probing kick inside the 50. Atkins was up. Couldn't hang on. Guess who?
Do it again.
Could he? Could he do it again? 5.5. I think so. I think so.
Oh, this kid is just... What do we say? He is exceptional. He was in the traffic area and I can't believe I said he couldn't do it again. Watch this. He starts about 3 deep away from where there's a wall of people between him and the goals, but his just explosiveness gets through it. I'm not speaking because I just don't know how to wrap it up.
You're shattered.
I am shattered.
You thought it was going to be a player for player swap. Now you know it's 2 players for
the pitch area. Johnson did well. Keeps it in front, tracks it out towards the boundary. Lacking support though. Chick on his knees. Clever hand pass. Around the corner almost to Jakovic. Goes inside the 50. Wilson.
Hasn't had the best of days so far, but he's against a very good opponent.
Had the same shot in the opening minutes. And this to the left. This time he's made the necessary adjustment. Another goal. The rot continues.
is a danger against Fletcher. He's had him covered all day. But as forwards,
Gardner tries to work it forward. Braun, Ackermanis with some space. Will it stay in? Yes, it does. Right on the boundary line, pulls it back to the wrestling twosome. Well, Lynch got a boot to it. An involuntary boot has got him his 4th goal.
Yeah, it's a good description, Dennis. It was an involuntary boot, a bit of a fumble, and it just trickled down to his toes and over the line it went.
Not a bad effort, kicking 80% of your goals.
Exactly, not a bad piece of luck there. Just trying to get some balance there from Alistair, but it's like a game of golf. It doesn't matter how you get it down, it's how many. And for Alistair Lynch, that one counts as much as the next. But once again, it just emphasised how dangerous Brisbane.
Ball forward, taken by Copeland. Looping hand pass. Lappin in trouble. Coughed it up. Embley goes down towards full forward. Jones in front's taking the mark.
What unselfish play by you guys.
Juddy's obviously kicked his ball.
Well,
That's enough for him.
He's out of form. He hit the post. There's Jones. And he comes. And I think he's got the goal.
Albeit a slow one.
He has. 6 points. Gardner favoured by the kick. Gets back. Hacks his way through. Michael Gardner having a wonderful season. A little quiet by his standards today. On the 50, the kick exposes the West Coast Eagles to Black and then Power. And Power snaps a wonderful goal. That could be a lifter.
Well, it was a good kick. It was set up by, I guess, Michael Gardner coming across the ground. He needed someone to stand up and take a mark. And Luke Powell was at the front. Look at the recovery, though. That's the important aspect. He was up off the ground, and that's why he got himself a goal.
The half-back flank region where the Brisbane team brought it out from there was 3 of them running, and their corresponding numbers were down the ground. The West Coast team.
14-8, 6-7. Approaching halfway in the term. Gardner decisively laid it down to Atkins. With some time inside the centre square, kicks it down towards half forward. Wilson storming up the ground. With the season. A rare opportunity to run up some goals. His side totally dominant. He lights it off the boot. He's got 2. The lead extended. Out wide, Cousins. Atkins getting busy. 2-2 on the outer side, though. Shattuck picked it off nicely. Brisbane work it to half forward. Power plays on immediately. 45 metres out. Good looking effort. 2 in the space of 3 minutes.
7 draft came.
McGrath goes in short. Shattuck's got it now. Pops it out wide. McGrath made a few errors. Sampi forced another one. Jolly's got 5 in a poster. Pulls it back towards the middle. Look out, Wilson. 3 in this 3rd term so far. And that was for the centre square infringement, was it? It's a changing world.
Does that count?
Of course it counts.
Oh, but it's not an infringement.
It's not a legit free kick.
No.
0 tolerance. Wilson comes in and kicks the goal. He's got 3.
This is officially
The sun is a problem. Green goes back. Almost a clever mark taken down, but Braun gets it away to Banfield. Now Wooden. Embley is on in the middle. That's the direction the kick takes. Nicely, like a baton change there. It bounced for him. It kicks down towards full forward and gets the goal. Watch that one again. Like an exchange in a relay. Embley's got 3.
It was a great kick, kept it wide, bullet wide kick, and the movement through the middle of the ground was superb, and that's what's been impressive. Not a great kick from Wooden, but it bounced kindly, and that was the baton change you were talking about, Dennis, and he just consolidated the movement by banging it through the middle.
4 on 2 was the Eagles' numbers. 5 years since they've beaten them here at the Gabba. Jared Brennan, just on screen as he picked the ball up, it just hit a flat spot in his opening season. He was dynamic in his opening few games.
McDougall in front. Lynch with his strength goes with the outside of the boot and kicks a fine goal. Well, he's relishing no McIntosh. On the move is Jones down the ground. It goes in that direction. How will it bounce? Awkwardly. Johnson comes across the third man. Close to the boundary line. Lepic back towards the middle. Michael with some time. Shattuck runs through the wing. Kicks inside the 50. They battle again down there. Coming back was Green. Tough landing. McRae kicks the goal.
Well, I did say to you, Jared, when I was out in the ground, I saw the Brisbane guys walk past, and they did have that carnival atmosphere out there.
Jones, the flyer, missed it. Loose ball at the back. Adkins getting plenty of it. Wheels around, snaps, high ball. He likes it off the boot. Wait on the goal umpire. It's a goal. Everything falling into place.
And Ben Cousins just charging to the boundary the boundary line. I just want to do an interchange, but good to see Atkins getting a goal, and good to see him getting a chance. He's a player with enormous ability. Started with Collingwood, really didn't get any semblance of a go there with the new regime. Was hampered with osteitis pubis, and that didn't.
Play restarts. Sharman this time wins it Brisbane's way. A chance for power. Runs inside the 50. Over the top to White. Out wide to Brennan. Goes with the outside of the boot. Right on the line. Lynch takes the mark and kicks his sixth.
You've got to take them. You have to take them. If you miss
Down towards half forward with the judgment. McDougall took a very good mark.
He's impressive, Dennis.
Yes.
He's a young kid that hasn't had much opportunity. He was a high draft pick some years ago.
Top 10. Has missed a lot of football through injury. Long bomb to full forward, and there he is again. Gone off Clive. I'm going with Jonesy. Watching Clive, that's it.
you get your favourites.
He's a good kid, Jones.
The Jones boy.
Like him.
Good pair of hands. That is a real good pair of hands.
Just have to make those kicks faster.
Yeah, slow spinners, nothing wrong with that.
Here he comes. Rowan Jones kicks the goal. His third.
You'd need a chair.
Comes in handy. Later life. Here's Lappin out of the middle. Kicks inside the 50. High ball. Going back. Haynes. Terrific mark in there. I dare say that's Lynch.
It's an opportunity for John Worsfold to experiment.
Lynch has been very good. 25 metres out. Directly in front. The opening goal of the final term belongs to Brisbane. The football. He's over it now. Gets the hand pass to Wilson. Wilson spins around. That's his finishing move. Gets the hand pass across to Sampi. Sampi snaps and finishes with a goal.
Well, I was on display there. Troy Wilson dancing around and finally giving it off at to the right person. Brennan had the football, tried to go with it one hand, and under enormous pressure, it didn't stick. And then Rowan Jones, he just found someone. Here he goes, off 1, 2, lays it off, and a good finish by Ashley Sampi. Good reply from the West Coast Eagles. In Brisbane. How do the players react? How do the coaching staff react?
It's a bad feeling and it's a bad set of circumstances because you think you've still got ability. You think, oh, we'll still win the premiership. We might just coast through this period and regroup later on. Once you take your finger off the button, as we watch Gardner shot on goal. Good shot through once again. He's put up 3 points. You just think you can turn it on when you want to. It just doesn't happen that way.
Jankovic. What a game he's played this afternoon. 22 possessions. Jankovic, down towards half forward. Embley slides in. Look at Fletcher go. They can't stay with him. Fletcher goes to the 50, takes on Johnson, settles, wants his left side. Can he finish? Yes, he can. All clear.
It was great execution. He did the ball and then he just ran in a straight line, and his leg goes through in a straight line.
You know he's going to step here because Chris Johnson has absolutely attacked him. If someone tries to take a hover on the goal umpire here.
Oh,
Michael.
Oh, It's a great shot. I think Sampy, and got a White instead of a Wilson. On the outer side, it's Black. Up towards the wing. Here's a chance now for Pike. Laid it off. McRae. Charman. Kicks down towards full forward. Lynch again as he pushed in the back. Give it to the game, Jared. Let them play. Lappin. Head passes to Power. See? It works itself out. It's a goal. Not the worst. Runs free at the back. Green was good early. Wirapunda. Good throughout. He's taken off. A couple of bounces. He can have a third. Decides not to. Goes to half forward Gardner. Wirapunda runs on. Gardner goes the other way to check. Wilson goes towards the pocket with Embley. Not required. And has gone the shorter route. Adkins has taken
So
it.
they've got that right still, the Lions. And something obviously for the Eagles to improve on. But overall, obviously all honours with the Eagles.
Adkins.
Nice hit.
Gun barrel straight. From behind. Touched it on the way through. Haynes did well. Got it to Banfield, to Green. Now Cousins. Hasn't he played a game? Ben Cousins, 34 possessions now. Was pushed in the back. Advantage is paid. Banfield goes to Braun, who kicks to half forward. Embley again emerged from behind the light tower. Gives it to Fletcher. Hasn't he got three on the forward line? Andrew Embley. And again Fletcher kicks a goal as a result.
75 points.
Haynes on the wing. Probing kick. Wilson comes from behind. Up in front was Embley. Roving the pack is Johnson. Breaks away. Goes a long way. Has a bounce. Lays it off. Charman.
Haven't seen much of this at all.
No. Charman goes back to Johnson, who pulls it around the corner. And Lynch takes the
Tackling, they've been beaten by the West Coast Eagles in all aspects of tackling today, which is usually one of their strengths.
Lynch has got a well done. Terrific. As much as they want to play it down. Green to Cousins. He's running. Down towards left half forward. 35 possessions for Cousins. Long towards full forward. Embley with his son is a problem. Worked in front. Sampy in there as well. It's tied up. The siren will sound on one of the great West Coast Eagles victories of recent times. And certainly under John Worsfold, these Eagles are well ahead of schedule. The final margin 69 points. Telling. Never in doubt since midway through the second term.